Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Beth. For all of y'all that have never been here before, welcome. This is take 6 on this video. I don't know what is going on today. My mind is all over the place, but I've got a lot of molds that I need to pour, and I thought I'd just bring you along. Most of them, now one of them is the new Samperia deer mold that I didn't get around to doing it the last video. And then I think this is a redesign with Prima. This is trees and deer, and I know this is redesigned with Prima. It's their nativity, and now I've showed you all these, but I don't think you've actually seen me pour any of these. These you have. These are the ornaments. We're gonna pour those. I don't think you've seen me pour this ornament. Now this is a dupe, I think, but I've got the real one too. But this is the one that I came across first, so we're going to just use that one. This is also, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's also that one. And I'm looking to see, this is a redesign with Prima too. This is also a redesign with Prima called Bright Baubles. And I'll just show you, that's more ornaments. And then this is a Timu mold, and it looks like snowflakes. And this is also a Timu mold, and it's more ornaments also. And we're going to get those poured. I know we're going to get these poured. I am going to, some of them I'm going to just pour in white. Some of them I'm going to be pouring with different colors. And we may try brushing it on. I'm not sure. But I do know that most of these, I'm going to add some kind of color to it. And a lot of this is just going to be me showing you mixing the 10-minute cure resin up, and mixing the colors, and then just pouring the molds. Now I have learned with this mold right here a lot of bigger bubbles, so we're going to try it 2 different ways. I want to see which one works the best. I'm going to try it with cornstarch first and see if it doesn't help get the air bubbles out, and then I'm going to try it with alcohol and then pouring it and see which one works the best, so we know. I've never poured this one before, and this looks really detailed too. But we're going to, I don't know, I need to, yeah, we're going to do that also with either cornstarch. We may do all of them and see which ones work out the best. And then I have a whole box of new molds that I want to try with the 10-minute cure polyurethane. I may make this into one long video, or I may make just this and then do the mixed mold for tomorrow. I want to say congratulations to the winners. I don't think I said that yesterday on yesterday's video. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I meant to, but I want to say congratulations. I have already sent the e-cards out to the winners. They've already contacted me, and they've already let me know that they've received their gift cards. And I hope that they have some fun with the stuff that they decide to use it for. I don't care what they use it for. They can buy them a brand new blanket. I don't care. And I guess I'm thinking about blankets because it's so cold here. I mean, it was 20 degrees here this morning. I let Buster out, and I'm sitting there barefooted with... it was, yeah, bless his heart. But he has to go outside. And thankfully, he wouldn't let me put his sweater on. I have a sweater and little booties, and nope, he didn't want any part of it. He just wanted outside to do his business and then back in again. And Dad thinks I'm just silly trying to put all those clothes on, but he will wear a sweater when it gets really cold. Okay. And I think that is it. Now we're just going to get started. Alrighty. We're going to flip this around. And I would suggest you grab a snack or a drink or whatever. It's going to be a lengthy video. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 molds that I want to get poured. And I will do it as quickly as possible. I won't dally. Y'all are laughing already, saying, Beth. Yep, indeedy. So I'll say I'll try not to. How about that? I made me a cup of my dose coffee this morning, and I can tell the difference when I drank the dose versus when I drank the Dutch Bros coffee. I actually get more done, and I am more focused, and it doesn't give me the jitters. It doesn't taste as good as my Dutch Bros coffee. Now, that I have to tell you, and I don't drink it hot. I don't like it hot. I like it iced. And I do add the sugar-free chocolate and the sugar-free coconut to make it like a Kokomo. And it's better with just the coffee, okay? Dose is D-O-S-E-N-O. I'm not promoting them. I'm just telling you in case you've heard about it and you were wondering. Just the coffee is great. But I actually got the creamer too. And I did that because it's got the probiotics. And I know probiotics helps. And the coffee has collagen and mushrooms and stuff. But it also has real coffee. And what I do, Dan buys Starbucks Stokes. He's been buying them since way before the epidemic, and they're just like little bitty couplets, like creamer comes in at the store at like a Mapco or something, and you may not even know what a Mapco is. I don't know if they're anywhere outside the South or not. It doesn't matter, but they're like they're like individual little creamers, but they're coffee shots is what they are, and they're called Stokes, S-T-O-K. We get them off Amazon by the case. Dan goes through those more than what he should, but I take one of those little Stokes and pour it in my cup along with my sugar-free coconut and my sugar-free chocolate. I don't put any sugar in it. That's all I put in there. Then I put my tablespoon of Dose coffee. And then I also put a tablespoon of the Dose creamer. I blend that up with the frother thing that I got by going to Target. And I don't buy this subscription-wise. I go to Target and I buy it. That way I don't have to worry about them sending it to me every month. If I decide I want to stop, I can stop. I pay $14.99 for the Dose coffee, and I think about that for the creamer, and it lasts about a month. That's really not a bad price for coffee. So when I went to Target and got the starter kit, it came with the frother thing, is what I'm telling you, and it's rechargeable. And it does a really, really good job. And so I blend that really good, and then I add coconut milk. I love Silk's unsweetened coconut milk. And I add coconut milk to it, and then I add ice, and I shake it up, and that's how I drink my coffee. And it is really good, and I feel good because I'm putting stuff that is good for me. Collagen is great, and I do know that I need collagen. So, I don't know why I started talking about what coffee I was drinking, but okay. Anyway, We're going to get started on these molds. My mind just won't stop. Yeah, maybe it was the Stokes. I forgot I had these on. I was showing Ashley, and Ashley got the other one. Ashley preferred the other one, by the way. If you watched my haul video, then you know what I'm talking about. And I let her choose, and she chose the other one. So she knew what it was. She knew the stone of it, and I didn't know. And I said, oh, is that what it's supposed to be? And we looked it up, and sure enough, it was. Some kind of bloodstone, I think she called it. This has got tiger eye in it, and she knew the stone for that. I don't know any of that, but she does. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have these, and I'll bring it over here just to show you. I have it in the big gallon with the pump, and I've got another one of these coming. Now, I pay $125 for 2 gallons. It's 1 gallon of A and 1 gallon of B. And y'all might think it's high, but it's cheaper than the less resin one that I used for over a year. And I can't see the difference, to be quite honest with you. So I went with this, and it also comes in the really nifty gallon jug with the pumps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these bigger glasses up, so maybe I don't have to stop. And I need to turn my air purifier on, and I need to get a mask on. At least I have gloves on. But I am going to get my mask on before I start mixing this up. But I will go ahead and pump this glass full. And I did mark the glasses A and B. I know I'm going to be using a bunch of it, okay? And instead of having to come and do it, see, that's marked. I don't know if you can tell, but I am going to just set them over here. And right now, before I do anything else, I am going to get the respirator on. And I will tell you before I put it on, like I try to do every time, sometimes you cannot understand me good with the respirator on. I suggest you hit the CC on your TV or whatever you're watching me on. That's the closed captions. They do a fairly good job at printing out what I'm saying. Now sometimes it's a little woof out there that's not accurate, but all in all, it's pretty close. So that way, at least you know what I'm saying if you can't understand, because that respirator does drown me out. And I tried to talk louder, but sometimes it just muffles it worse. And if you want to know what kind of respirator I wear, it's this one right here. I do get them off of Amazon, and I wear the filters. And they do have different filters, and that is the filter that I wear. And you can buy just the filters if you've already got the respirator mask. And that looks like it's all weird. Why is that all weird? And there's stuff all over it. This is weird. I don't know. Yeah, I'm wiping this off because this is on my face. I don't want anything. And I've never had anything black on my mask before, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm not going to use the baby wipe on the inside because I don't want to have to smell that. And even though it's unscented, you smell it. So before you put these on, please check and make sure there's not, because you are breathing in whatever's inside these things. Okay. Oh. Okay. Mask is on. So I'm going to come over here and get B. See, that's what I put on the cup. And the other one's got A. Okay. I'm going to pour A in there. And some A in here. And the same thing with B. And we are going to do the deer first. And I'm going to go ahead and use some cornstarch. And we're going to see how okay. And let me get a brush. And I'm going to take it over here because I don't want to get it. And I'm just brushing it to make sure that there's not any big clumps setting in the mold anywhere. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do this one because I know that we'll be doing that one next. And we'll go ahead and do that one. And this one. And then we'll move them over and we'll get more. So let me just go ahead and get these all. And that's all I'm doing, and then I'm brushing it off. I'm banging it up against my garbage can. And I do see where there is some paint. Well, no, I don't. I have lost my exacto knife. It's not up here. I put it in the wrong spot. There's gold right there. And the same thing with this one. And I'm sitting there actually hitting this up against the side. So I don't want anything setting inside of it. Okay, here we go. We'll get A. And we're going to get B. And I didn't mix the color this time. I forgot. Poo. I don't think I have time. I think this is going to be a mistake. But maybe we can get a little bit of tint in there. There won't be much of one. But it can be a little bit of one. Yeah, I really have to. Don't do this, y'all. Once you put the two together, don't mix it. You're taking a chance of it not turning out. Okay. And that is not the color I wanted, but because I waited. Is the color I'm going to end up with. Okay, so we'll go with the A. Okay. And we are going to put a little bit, oh, that's not good. We're going to put a little bit of the mica powder, and this is the coffee, and I really like this color. I wish you could buy them individually, because I'm going to be in trouble when I don't have that one anymore, because it's one of my favorite colors. And then I'm adding a little bit of bronze, and we're going to mix that. And I'm mixing it really, really good in just the A part before I put the B in, and that's the way you should do it. See, it's turning white. I'm not going to get a good color with that one. This one should be a good color. Okay. I don't know what any of this is. But I'm going to go ahead and pour it. There, see, it's doing that weird thing. Okay, let's see if I can get that one poured. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Ooh-wee. Okay. And I'm going to clean up a little bit. It's easier for me to do this now than later. If I do it later, I have to sand it off. And okay, so let's get some B. And some more A. A little bit more B. Okay. I'm going to put A in there. That is going to be too much green, but we'll go ahead because I want green. And I'm taking their blackish green. And then I'm going to add a little bit of is it the bronze? No. Let's just try this. No, I don't want that for the tree. Okay, let me add a little bit of the coffee to this. Just a touch. And then we're going to add a little bit of the actual green. Oh, that's a pretty color for the pine trees. Okay, let's add the bee. And I'm making a mess because I've got the big popsicle sticks. And I am sort of feeling like I'm racing against the clock, so I am not taking my time. Okay. Now we're going to get these trees poured. Do I have enough to do? I do. Okay. And then with this one, I want a blue silver. So we're going to go with the A again. We're going to put some pearl white. Okay. And then just a touch of the silver. So I'm not even going to use the thing. I'm going to get a little spoon. When I say a little bit, I mean just a touch. Most of it didn't even go in. Most of it went on there. I'll pick that up so you can see. Very little. And then we're using, that's green blue. I don't want green blue. That was the lightest blue they had there, I thought. Okay. Okay. I'll put a little bit of alcohol. I love the way that does that. And these might be blue, but we could always dry brush them white on top if they don't get light enough. I don't know how it's going to work, but okay. Okay. Yep. Making it worse. Let's try and smooth it down. Okay, now I got it. I'll have to sand that, but that's okay. I can do that. Okay, it's getting really messy, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit, change my gloves, and then we'll be back. Let me do this so I can... Okay, we are back. And I'm going to pour the A. I'm trying to get it poked. Yeah, don't do what I just did. I was trying to keep it clean, and I made it worse. Thankfully, I didn't lose much resin. But I definitely didn't keep it clean. And yes, I've got to get this off of here, because it will not come off of this, and I don't want to ruin my tabletop. So okay. I think those are the two that I want right now. I am going to want some of this though in a minute. Like those two in just a minute too. So, but let's just go with this. We're going to do the wine red and the bronze. Okay. I gotta fill that back up, so, okay. That's when it's filled. And we're gonna do these ornaments. I'm gonna add a little bit of gold to this. Yeah. That's what I added to it to begin with, right? Yeah, let me add a little bit of gold. I'm going to go ahead and just pour all these. They all seem to be okay. Don't want that over on this. So I'm going to this must not be level right here. I need to check that. Okay. Okay, and now we need to decide on, I think I want white on that. Or do I want white on that one? No, I think I want white on this one. So we don't have to worry about mixing any color in it. Although the pearl white would be I don't think it's going to make a difference. Where'd the brown come from? It's not even mixing in there. There it goes. I'm having to make a mess. It was just floating around there. Okay. Okay, I got 3 poured from that. Okay. So we get more A. So we've gone through a whole cupful of A so far. Okay. Something on my glove. We're going to go ahead and get these two. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more white because I like it. And I'm making sure all the color is off of it. Okay. And we're going to just do both of them with that color. Okay, I gotta get some B. Uh-oh. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and pour that. And we're going to go ahead and pour this one. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add the bee. And I'm trying to get whatever is inside these molds out. Okay. Y'all don't forget, if you're doing projects, if you're crafting when you're watching my videos, do me a favor and send me a picture of what you're working on. And if you don't mind me putting it on YouTube, let me know you don't mind me showing it on YouTube. Okay, I don't know why all of a sudden it decided to do this. Okay. I think I threw my A cup away. No, there it is. Okay. 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 I'm going to just do plain white and see how that looks. And see if we can compare. Okay. Let's just see if we can get Alrighty, I'm going to move these over clean it up a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I think these are going to be the last 2 molds. Now, all the other ones I use cornstarch on. We're going to, I hope they all turn out, but I really hope this turns out. But I'm going to put alcohol on this one. We're going to see which one works the better. Because that's fairly detailed. This is really detailed. And I want the nativity a really deep brown. I don't want it black, but I do want it a deep brown. So I am going to add this really, really, really pigmented from Alumilite. That's all I need. 1 drop. Okay. That's more than enough. Make sure you wash your hands off, because even though you don't realize it, you see that brown coming off. It's just from touching the bottle. And I wipe that bottle off every time I use it, y'all. So just make sure you do if you use the Alumilite, because they are so pigmented. I mean, they are extremely pigmented. This is where the bottle was sitting. That's just from... Okay. I have any small popsicle sticks in here? No, I do have some of these. Let's see if I can use those. Yeah, that's brown. But I am going to add some of this just to see, and I should have done this before. This is this afterthought, just to see if I can get some of that pearl in there. And it really does not want to mix once you get both of them together. Do it with either A or B, it doesn't matter, but do it before you mix the two. Don't do me. Learn from me. You're just making more work for yourselves. Oh, I love that color though. Okay, let's hope. The color. Okay. Of course, I'm going to pour the biggest one first. Okay. And now I have to sort of see if I can't get the same color. So we'll start with that first, because I know how many drops I put in there. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Okay. More than enough. I am wiping my hands off. Okay, once again, we're going to stir this up and hope we get about the same color. And I'm going to pour one of these to get some of it out of here before I start pouring these smaller. And these are going to be over poured really badly, and it's the way. It's not flowing in really good, but that's okay. Just getting it on the edges so this can be a two-toned. Oh, no, it's going. Oh, it's flowing. Okay, well, if that's the case, then we need to make sure it flows. I don't know if this is going to work, but you know what? You don't know unless you try. Right? Okay. I don't want to throw my stick away. Well, I thought I was done, but I've got to finish that, so I might as well make one more cupful. Okay, so just one more cup. It's not coming out anymore. Okay, let's see. Is it because the I may have to open them up. Uh-oh. Okay, I got it. Yep. It's past the point of the, which I could put another tube, but I am not going to. I'm going to just put this up, and I will clean these later, but I got to get I will set that down there. Okay, that's B. And let's see if I can get some A out. Oh, come on, let me get enough A out. Nope. Okay. And I got to put these back in because that is their lid. Okay. And let's try. Is that pretty blue right there? These molds are deeper than what they look, too. Okay. We got all of them but one poured, and because of that, the pumps, we're going to end it with that. I will be back when these are all ready to come out of the mold. Okay, I am back. It is, it's been a couple hours, I guess. Dan came home. I cooked a dinner, and we watched a show, and now I'm back down here. And we're going to start with this one. And I think that's like a log. And I'm going to go ahead and just get most of this off really quickly. And I'm just using my X-Acto knife that of course is really dull. I don't put a new blade in because I like it dull. Okay, and that's what that looks like. And let me take that one out. And these antlers are really hard to get poured on this mold. Okay. Okay, and there's that one. So let's set these over here. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's a deer too, with some grass. Okay, so that's the small deer. And then, of course, this is the grass. And yes, I've got a very small pair. These are actually embroidery scissors, and they work really well to get the overpour out of tight fitting spots. And it does make your cleanup a whole lot easier. And so that's grass. And oh, I love it when there's not much cleanup. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I really like the way the tree turned out. Okay, cool. And these are 2 trees. Let's see how bad the cleanup. It's nice when you don't have any cleanup. But sometimes it just can't be helped. And please steer away from anybody who says that you should never, ever, you should be able to never overpour a mold. I would be a little leery of trusting anybody who would say that. It's going to happen. You're going to have bubbles. It's going to happen. You're going to have spills. It's going to happen. And anybody who looks like it's not happening, well, I just got a piece of this in my mouth. Oh, that was gross. Okay, good enough. And then I knew I was going to have overpour in this one. Okay. And you can go in and you can get all the little tiny pieces out. I don't feel like I need to do this right now. But since some of these I'm going to dry brush before I end the video, maybe I need to actually says some people can see the northern lights tonight. They've gone to see if they can get a video of it. We have so many trees around here, it's hard to even see the moon and stuff here at our house. Of course, we can see the stars. And they're gorgeous. Okay. So that is the first mold. And these are really, really cool. Okay. Well, I just don't want. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is do that. That way I can just pick it up and throw it away. Okay, and these are the ornaments. And this is where I had some green left over. I really like this green. And of course that is color we mixed up. I really like that color too, and this is a color we mixed up too. These are actually very, very pretty. It's coming through the camera way oranger than what it is. And I really like this blue. And I really wished the blue had been all over it. But you can still keep that. Ooh, I like it when they come out this clean. You really don't have much cleaning to do. Okay, that's mold number 2. And that's quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ornaments. Okay, and this is the very first one we poured. And well, it's brown. Look at the detail on that. Now this is a Stamperia. Stamperia has got major good. I mean, you can feel that without any kind of question whatsoever. That is just really, it didn't get dark enough because I mixed it when they were already together, and I knew, but at least it gave it some kind of color instead of just white. And there's leaves, and then this is another little leaf. Lots of leaves. I'm going to go ahead and get the leaves out. There's another leaf. Here's another one, which I know is overpouring because wow, that just tears right off of there, though. Like it's following an invisible line or something. There's another leaf. It's a pine cone. Again, very, very detailed. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut while I'm doing that so it doesn't blow my mouth. And see, this way I'm not starting with white on an item that Normally you're going to want to color some kind of brown. I'm hoping the other brown comes out a lot darker. That's really overpouring. And when it starts getting thick and I'm running out of time, that's when my overpour really comes in. I start out really good. And then I get in a hurry. Okay, let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that's nice. It's nice that it just came out of the mold too. I really do like these Stamperia molds a lot. And just note, they need to be the silicone molds. Now, Stamperia has a lot of this hard plastic mold. You don't want that to do resin with. Make sure that they are the silicone molds, not the plastic ones. Another leaf. And I still have that cut right there, and that's why I've got gloves on doing this. Normally I wouldn't have gloves on. Another little leaf. This is really over poured. Oh wow, that's another leaf. Because by the time I got around to doing this, it had already started getting thick. And it was like, okay, just get it poured. Deal with the overpour later. Which, it's later, so now I'm dealing with the overpour. Okay, and there's that one. And then we have another leaf. And we have a leaf here. See how it just sort of tears off right where it's supposed to? That's unreal. Okay, and then we have the big one. the big deer. Oh, wow. And we do have some, but not a whole lot. Let's see if I can just trim it up that way instead of using the... Okay, that's pretty cool. So we're going to move this over here. Lots of little tree bits and bobs. I don't know. We're going to have to start using these and stuff. Okay, the back's definitely going to have to be sanded down on these. Snowflakes. Oh, they turned out pretty good, actually. Okay, and another one. Yeah, all these are really over poured. Okay, and another one. Okay. And another one, and one more for this mold. And of course, it's got a little fine edge over pour. But not too bad in most areas. Okay. Okay. And then you have that one. And I have to tell you, that cornstarch is working good. Because I'm not seeing any little bitty bubbles in any of this. And this is fine. Yeah. That's really cool. Okay. Let's go with these. I love the combination of this color. Oh yeah, these are pretty. I really like that. There are a couple of right in there. Let me look at this mold, because this mold has got... I'm going to make sure it's not on purpose, because there are lines and stuff in this mold to make it. But they're not all the way through. They're just like setting, so I don't know. That one turned out really good. Okay. Let's go with this one. Oh yeah. These are pretty. And this right here is on purpose. That's actually in that line right there. That's all in the mold. They're made to look up. Oh, this is the one. Okay. You think this is going to look good or horrible? That's the one where I put the brown in the lines because it ran over. I would have liked it if the blue had been brighter. If the blue had been brighter, I would have loved this. But you can still work with that. Okay. Oh yeah, these are great. I love this color. Look at that. These are really, really pretty. Okay. So that's another mold down. I'm trying to get the bigger pieces. I'll clean them good. Like, oh, look at that. Okay. And then we have this. And you don't really see the pearl essence in these. I think this is one that had the... finish that up and we'll put that over there. The same with these. These are made to look old. So they're not smooth. People who want smooth lines with no character, you would not like these molds. Okay. And this is matte. I love these things, actually. I really do like these. Oh, look at the crackle. Can you see the crackle in there? Oh, yeah. Okay, these molds are cool. Oh, yeah. These are made to look old. And they do a great job. Oh, yeah. Those are... These are really cool. Did you see that? The whole piece just came off. Okay. And then we have this one. This is Bright Baubles, and this is from Redesign with Prima. Okay, there's that one. Then that's just a small plain one. And then you have this one. And then you have the bell shaped one. Okay, you have that one. And then you have this one. Oh, I love it when you don't really have to do anything to it. Let me get that out. Alrighty, one more. And this is the Nativity. Oh, wow. I knew this was going to be air bubble, but so far, that's just one. Okay. can. Okay. Then you got the cow. The lamb. Okay. You've got the angel. And the star. And another angel. Wow, these angels turned out great. I love the color of the dark. Then a shepherd's boy. And then this is Joseph, I believe. And this is when it was getting thicker. And so I had to hurry. But that's okay because it's not hard to clean. And then you've got the baby Jesus. And then I guess this is another. I don't think this is a wise man. No, there's a three wise men. So this is just another shepherd's boy. And of course you got Mary. And then you got the wise men. I think the cornstarch does a really good job. I think alcohol would do just as good. I think. I don't know. Because on some of these, I'm amazed that these didn't have just bukus of air bubbles in them. Especially how thick and how so many of them were poured at the last minute. Because I'm pouring the whole mold. Okay, so we have the nativity here, and we have a set of, I love all these colors actually, a set of ornaments here, a set of snowflakes here. I love the snowflakes, and I love this color form. I'm sort of surprised, but I do. And I mix colors. These are not just one. Sometimes they have 3 of them in there, but it's a mixture of the BondCraftor Micas and with the Alumilite 2-minute Cure polyurethane. And I really like how you can utilize and put that behind a log. Can you see that down there? I think that is just, this is a fun mold right there. Okay, and then you then you have this one, which I wish this had turned out that color. This would be gorgeous in that color, but now I know how to do it. So and I'm just wondering what you would do with that one. That's the one that sort of, because that's just so big. I mean, you have the others too, and you got bits and pieces of, but I don't see how any of it really goes. Maybe. No, that's still a little bit. But of course, you got bukus of leaves and stuff. And pine cones. All different sizes of leaves. And I want to see something. Okay, these are not air bubbles here, y'all. This is part of the mica that did not get mixed in. So it's darker little bits, but those are not air bubbles. That is colorant. Same thing with this. That is not air bubbles. You cannot feel that. It is the mica that didn't get mixed up good. Okay. And then I love this color. I think this color is stunning. This color is a mixture of the BondCraftor Micas and with 3 different color alcohol inks. And that's where the fun of experimenting around comes in. I love that set right there. Okay, and then you have this set. That is one set, but then this set is made to look really, really old. And it does. It looks really, really old. The only thing I think they should have put like a little loop thing for string or something. I guess you could make these into magnets and have ornaments on your refrigerator. That would be sort of fun, actually. Full-size looking ornaments on your refrigerator. That would be fun. This reminds me more of a picture frame than an ornament, but you could drill it up here, and you could drill a hole, or you could just drill one of those. I love the way that stuff just comes off the edge. Just that easy. You could drill a hole there to put one of those little eye hooks in, or you could put a drill there and put a hole that way, or you could actually just put a bail, glue a bail on the back of this and hang it that way too. And I don't know if you can see the crackle tone effect that's made into this mold. That is just so cool. And yes, This looks rough, and this needs to be sanded down, which we know we can do fairly easily. So how many molds do we did? The nativity, the snowflakes, the ornaments is 1, 2, 3, 4 molds. The deer, 5 molds. Uh-oh. The deer is 5 molds, and then this set of ornaments 6, this set of ornaments 7, and this set of ornaments 8. I thought we had 10 molds together. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we had 9. And the only one I did not get poured is that one. Which means we'll pour that later. Along with, not tonight. But we'll pour that with the mixed mold ones that I want to get done on the next video. Now, I think this is really ugly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully, I hope I can do this without getting this stuff messed up. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you how you can use mica powder to paint something, okay? Now I have the JDiction matte sealer right here. And I'm going to just pour a little bit in there. Not a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot. And then, of course, you know that I love this color. So I'm going to put that in there. But I'm also going to add some bronze. I want it darker than that, though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush I don't care about. Okay, and I am going to help it along. And because this has got a sealer in it, I really don't have to do anything else to it. Okay. I didn't trim this good, did I? Oh well. I'm still able to show you. I can go in and trim it later, but I wanted to show you just how simple that is to do. And I will again help it along. Okay, and you could just leave it just like that, and that would look really, really nice. I probably won't. I'll probably come back and put a second coat on after I come back through here and trim it off some more. Okay. I don't want to waste that though, so let's see what that does. We're playing right now, okay? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. Where's the other color that I used? Did I use this color too? I think I did. Along with the micas. Huh. Oh, that's really pretty, actually. Yeah, I didn't trim any of this, and I probably should have if I was going to paint it, but I didn't know which ones I was going to paint, and I just picked this up because I had gold left over. So let me see if I can't get that off of there. What do y'all think? See, I think these are cool. It's so easy. I'm going to do the whole thing. But then I'm going to wipe it down. And let some of the other come through. And then yep. Okay, we have that one. And I'm just dry brushing that one, and we'll throw some color. And we will just dry this one just like it is. Okay, and so we've got those. Oh, they look so old. Okay, and then we're gonna don't worry, we're not going to leave all that gorgeous blue covered up. There's no way I would do that because I think that blue is stunning. We're going to dry this. I just want to show you how quick you can do these. And it's because you're using a color to start off with. I like the gold all the way down in there. And I like that one, so I'm going to leave that one alone, just like that. Nothing else needed. Okay, we've got one more. I just don't want this paint sealer to go to waste, so we're just going to use it all until it's gone. Let's just add a little bit of interest to this, just a little bit. And then we're going to dry it. And then we're going to put a little bit more gold in some of the areas. And then we're going to get the gold off where we don't want the gold. And there we go. Okay, so we have that hoe set. So I'm going to put it over here. Well, I want you to see the hoe set, so let's just do this. And they're all different. And if you don't like them all different, then you don't have to have them all different. But how fast was that? Whoop. I think my favorite is that one right there. And you could add more to it. You know, you could go in and you could add gold there. You could add more blue up here. You could put a little decoupage there. You could, you know, you can do anything you want to do. Okay. So we've got the deer. How long is this video? 2 hours and 25 minutes. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this piece. That goes with it too. Okay, let's just do this one. We can do this one just as quickly, I think. And I think we have enough left of this to do it with. So let's do this one first. Okay, there's a hair. I need a hair get down. That looks like a long hair. I don't have hair that long. Okay. I am purposely going around the edges because that's where the copper shows the most. I want that blue to show through. So I'm going to have to put Robin Buff on there to cover the copper, which is fine. Because I like that blue a lot. And yes, I used alcohol. On there, and now I'm going to use, I don't want that blue. Set that over there for right now. We're not through with it yet, but You don't really need to dry that, but we'll dry it. Okay, let's see, do I have enough? I may not have enough to do all these. So let's do this one. See how that changed? That would be pretty just like that. You see the difference? But now this is a dry paper towel. You still see the difference? You see how it toned it down? And then you can take, and you could take any color alcohol ink. This is just the alcohol ink that I have up here. And see how you add just a little bit of color for a depth. To add depthness, I guess. I'm not doing anything hard at all. This is just easy peasy, but I think they look really, really cool this way. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get really pretty detail without it being hard at all. Let's see if I've got enough to do this one. I might have. Let's use another color. What do we have over here? We've got red pepper. Let's see what this does. Oh wow, changed this completely. Look at the difference. Let's try something. I don't know. Because this is still wet. Oh, you most definitely can. Okay. I like the blue though. I'm missing the blue. I don't know, it's like we had a theme going and I just want to keep that theme going. I'm going to just throw that over there. Okay. I'm going to leave these for another time. Since we got that one done. And I am going to change my gloves. And I'll be back. Okay, we are back. We're going to do the snowflakes. Right now I'm using Waverly white chalk paint. And I probably should put gloves on. But I'm going to try to get away with not using them for a few minutes to let my hands breathe a little bit. And all I'm doing is taking a little bit on my brush and then getting most of it off. And I would really rather have a stiffer brush than this, but I just picked up this one because it was there. The stiffer the brush, the better, and the easier it is to dry brush. Now I do want the white in the center, so I'm doing it heavier through there. You can do it heavier, you can do it lighter, you can do it any way you want to do it. And I may go in and add a little bit more before it's over with. But I start out light. Oh, these are not trimmed good. But that's okay. We're going to keep on going. And I watched, yeah, that right there made me think of something. I watched Ellen DeGeneres on YouTube, her old shows, and this was like back in 2007, I believe. And she had this lady, Gladys, and she would call her. She was such a dear, and she was in her 90s at that point. So I don't even know if she's still living. But she would always end the conversation with, Ellen, will you just keep on keeping on? So when I said that, it made me think of that. And she was just so funny, and she didn't mean to be either. You know, she was just one of those old-fashioned women, and she lived in Texas. Is where she lived, and let me think, because it sort of surprised me that she said, Ellen, put them on the map, because I thought, well, surely not. I've heard of that place, and I cannot. I want to say Austin, but I know that can't be it. I don't know if you can see what this is looking like or not. But I'm starting with a thin coat. You can always add to it. It's hard to take it away though, once you got it on here. And I'm sure before this is over with, I'll be able to say, see, I told you. Because I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed when I do this. And since this brush is real soft, it's getting down in places that I normally wouldn't put it. But now that it's got spots, then I'm purposely taking the brush and going down through there. But normally I would have left that whole inside the original color. But I'm going to go down through here now and sort of, yeah. And then I'm going to go back on this, and I want to just pick up some of boy, these are really ornate. Okay. I'll show you in just a minute what I'm doing to give it a different definition. Now you see, you notice that more. So I'm going to go in and I want the center highlighted more, so I'm going to go in heavier. So you notice this part more. And then I'm going to go in and do the same thing where you notice the sides more. And I'm just showing you, I'm doing this just to show you how you can change the look by just adding more and more paint. And the same thing with this one. I could highlight that center a whole lot more, and then I could highlight the outside. Oh, way too much. See, I told you I was at some point going to show you, and I did. Oh, poo-poo hiss. This is when you need to get a really stiff dry brush and try to get that out of there. Okay. Not as much as I would like, but at least it's not just a big old glob. When you do this, you just need to be careful and just don't glob it on like I did. Because you are going pretty heavy at this point because you're trying to highlight an area against the other, but you still want the background color coming through. And you're better off to do a little bit at a time than what I just did. Okay. And now you can see that changed the looks of that totally. And we're going to take it at one more step. We're going to change the look of it totally in just a minute. But right now we're going to take this tree here. Let's take this tree. This one's trimmed out a little bit better. And I probably have enough on this brush to dry brush this. Yes, I do. And that is how quickly you can take and make a tree look like it's a snowy tree. And you can do it heavier or lighter, just like I did on the other. If you want to outline the tips of the tree, you can go heavier on the outside, just like this. You can do it any way that you want to do it. And I am going heavier on this. You can also add cornstarch to your paint to make it thick and make it look more like snow. And there you have it. That's what it looked like before dry brushing. That's what it looks like. It's just very, very simple to do. I'm going to set this over here. And we're also going to take, yeah, I should have wore gloves. Because, see, I have that sore in my hand, and I've got paint right on top of it. And I'm going to have to scrub that, and that is not going to feel good. See? Oh my. Okay. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit heavier. And I like this. It's okay, but nothing like the other. But this shows you how you can change the look of something with just a simple dry brush. And I didn't even dump it into the paint. I just used what was on the brush. And the same thing with the deer. We're just going to add a little bit of highlight here and there. I don't like that part right there. I think that needs to go. Okay. And then when I've got a little bit, I'm just trying it. I have very little paint left on my brush. Very, very little. And I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on here just to get, and see how that changed it. Yeah, there's so much you can do with dry brushing. Okay, we're going to stop, and I'm going to show you how to get some glitter on these snowflakes. This is Dragon Glaze. Oop. And it's by Folk Art. And you don't need a whole lot. It's a piece of dry. Yeah. It's an iridescent and it's very pretty. And I don't want to cover this whole thing. I don't think. I might end up covering the whole thing. Oh yeah, let's just cover the whole thing. But you don't want to put a whole lot on here. You don't want it to be a globby layer. And I don't know if you can tell or not, but okay. I'm going to go through here and I'm going to very quickly put this all over all of these pieces, and then we're going to dry them so maybe you can see the glitter. And as you can see, I'm not taking any time to do this either. I'm just throwing it on there. I'm not getting much on my brush though. Okay. Yeah, that Dragon Glaze is like a sealer too, so I'm trying to get it off my hands before it dries on them. That's why you wear gloves. Okay. And I'm just trying to get that off because I don't have a little cup of water out here. Okay. Oh, and by the way, the post office was closed today. It was Veterans Day. So Donna, Pam, and Mary, the packages will go out in the morning. It's all ready to go to the post office. Bebopping out the door, and it was like, nope, they're not open. Okay. I hope you can see the iridescent in there, because it definitely is there. Okay, so we're going to move, it's even on my hands. It looks like I have fine glitter all over my hands. This is wild. And I think we're probably going to stop there. I think. I do want to show you all these together. Oh, I can't do that with that down. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and this is what we finished. That's not everything we poured, but that's what we poured and finished. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is. It doesn't have to be an intricate, tiny paintbrush painting. You can do that, and you could get some gorgeous ornaments that way. And the same thing with the deer. You can get as complicated as you want with these. I just wanted to show you that they weren't complicated to finish and still have a very, very pretty. And they're all a little bit different, but they're all using the same technique. And that's basically just wiping paint down, putting paint on, wiping it off, and then dry brushing. These, of course, I used alcohol ink, and I just dropped alcohol ink right on there and sort of just sponged it on with a brush and then dried it. And I didn't have to add the base color. And that is what is so incredibly great about using the 10-minute Cure polyurethane, because you can color it. I've showed you in many, many videos how you can color it. And when you have a base coat, it is so simple just to add to it. And I love this one too. I do. It has almost a patina effect to it, and I absolutely love that. Actually, there's not a piece that is sitting here that I don't love. And they're all a little bit different, but they were so easy. I'm going to end the video here. I want to thank each and every one of you so very much for joining me. I'm going to ask you to hit that thumbs up, like button. The hype button, if you can, is a wonderful tool. It definitely helps the channel. And if you're not subscribed and you've been watching, push that subscribe button. Yeah, that's my finger showing you how to push that subscribe button. And yes, I'm being a smart butt, okay? But if you're watching, I don't understand why you're not subscribed. And that does help too. So please, I would appreciate you considering subscribing if you haven't already. And don't forget, the membership is coming up. And I forgot to check my calendar. Oh, poo-poo. I will check it and give you a definite date on my next video. How about that? And I think that is everything. The notification bell, if you hit that, YouTube will let you know when I have a new video out. I'm trying to put a video out at least every other day. I am trying really, really hard to do that. Oh, my new mat came in today. I ordered it off Amazon. I'll show it to you real quick. It's the same thing. And I put it in my Amazon store. I did that because a lot of you asked where I got this. And I got it from Amazon. I paid $19.99 plus tax for it. And I plan on, I wanted to, because this one's getting beat up. And it's getting beat up because I use a lot of product, and as much as I clean, and you're thinking, wow, she cleans like that, but it sets. It's better off to have something covering it. You know, resin's fine. This is silicone. Resin's not going to hurt it. That's how it comes, right there. And it is a Resiner's product. Resineers. I bought just about everything I have Resineers I have bought. Minus two things. Everything else I have bought myself. And so I did take the promotion down, even though they still have me as an affiliate. I took everything down associated with them. Even my link. But that's it. Look how pretty it looks new. It does. It looks nice new. Yep. And so I'm going to keep this one for like the end of the videos when I just want to, or if I'm doing hauls, or I'm using this one for that. This one I'll continue to use, and it will continually start looking worse and worse and worse. But I still really like it. And what I started to say is I put the link for it in my Amazon wish list. And not for you to buy me another one, okay? And in the note, I put that it is not on my wish list for you to buy it for me. It's on my wish list so you can use the link to find it, but don't buy it through my wish list because it looks like you're sending it to me. Just take the link and then go to it and buy it through your that way. And I just thought it might be easier for you to find it that way. Alrighty, let me know what you thought of these, and I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. This is when it will probably come out because it's already so late. I started this at 4, and I think that's one thing some people don't understand. It was actually 3:45 when I came down here. It's now 10 o'clock, y'all. And granted, I did go upstairs for an hour. But these videos, just because, you know, you think, woo, you got a 3-hour video. That 3 hours took me about 6 hours. And I love it. I do. I am not complaining about that at all. I do love it. But I have had some people say, well, never mind. I don't even want to go there. They were just being ugly, and I'm going to say no. I really wish you could see this, but I don't think it's coming through. And it's just sparkling. Every time the light hits it, it just sparkles, which means when you put it on your tree, they're just going to glisten. And can you see? It looks like I've got glitter all over my hands, and it is, this stuff is really nice. It's dragonfly glaze, and this one, I think this is the rainbow one. You can get it in different hues, where just like interference powder has different hues, well, this has got different hues too. And this is the rainbow one, so it's got a little bit of them all. Okay. Once again, I'm going to say thank you so much, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.